everybody. It is day 4 of the final 7 days of 2022 and my big secrets of English lessons. What is the date? It is December 28th, 2022, Wednesday. So this is the newsletter that I sent. I'll just read through it. First of all, welcome to the new students. Yeah, we had a lot of new students sign up for our lessons. We have our end-of-year sale right now. So these people are very smart people, and they took advantage of the sale. There are monthly and yearly memberships that you get in the email. The way to get the email, by the way, because some of you are watching on YouTube and Facebook, go to my webpage, letsmasterenglish.com. You see that there, letsmasterenglish.com. And then click on this blue button right here. That's the only thing you need to do. Click here, and then add your name, and then put your email. And then immediately, I'll send you an email, okay? I'll send you like a welcome email. And then, so today, what is it, January or December 28th, today, December 29th, December 30th, December 31st. When I send out these lessons, at the end of the lesson, you will see a link to the sale and everything. Prices and everything are there. And then January 1st, the sale ends and lessons begin. Okay, so that is the schedule. So take advantage of that situation. And once again, welcome to all of you. Thank you so much. I look forward to helping you master English. And for our Secrets of English lessons, you can watch the videos and listen to the MP3s by clicking on the button here. There's going to be a button. So not only do we have video format, we have the MP3 format too. Now to today's lesson. These 7 lessons I'm giving you are simple, but they are very important if you want to upgrade your English. Don't ignore any of them. Today, the 80-20 rule. This is lesson 4, the 80-20 rule. Have you ever heard of Pareto's principle? It says, and this is philosophy and science and math and whatever, 80% of the output is determined by 20% of the input. What? Okay. In real life, the 80-20 rule, Pareto's principle, the 80-20 rule, works like this. 20% of the pea pods. Do you know what a pea pod is? Yeah. I was going to put a picture in the newsletter, but I didn't. So we'll just look here. So a pea pod is one of these. Okay? That's a pea pod. And it's a little vegetable, right? 20% of the pea pods produce 80% of the peas. 80% of the land is owned by 20% of the population. 20% of the salespeople produce 80% of the company's sales. 80% of healthcare costs are caused by 20% of the patients. 80% of your social time is spent with 20% of your friends and family. And there are many more examples of this 80-20, 20-80. It goes back and forth, okay? But did you know the 80-20 rule also applies to American English pronunciation? And I am quite certain, again, that I'm the only English teacher in the world to teach this. Let me explain. Remember we talked about the S sound family yesterday? Let's look at my name, Coach Shane. The CH, ch, and the SH, sh, are part of the S sound family, right? So what happens when we say my name fast? It's difficult to fully and clearly pronounce both the CH and SH. So many people say Coach Shane, or Coach Shane, or Coach Shane, or Coach Shane. Yeah, all of those are wrong. All of those are wrong. It's difficult. It's difficult to pronounce these similar sounds when they're next to each other. What about this? She cooked the meal. The D, and I'm going to say T pronunciation in cooked. Okay, I'm just adding because I haven't sent the newsletter yet. So it's cooked with a T pronunciation and the TH. The D and the TH are part of the same sound family. She cooked the meal. He sells stocks. The S, Z pronunciation sells, and the S are part of the same sound family, right? I'd do it. The D and the D are the same sound, but in different words. I can't tell her. And the same for the T and the T. They're actually different T sounds, but that's a secret for another day. Yeah, I teach my students in DDM that there are 5 T pronunciations, but that's a secret. Another secret. So yeah, look at this. She cooked the meal. She cooked the meal. Oof. He sells the stocks. He sells the stocks. He sells stocks. I did do it. I do. I can't tell her. I can't tell her. I can't tell her. What? Oof. In these situations, we push the sounds together. We push the D or the T and the TH together, the Z and the S together, the D's together. We push the sounds together, but there should be no cancellation. What happens is we keep 20% of the first sound in blue and 80% of the second sound. So we push those sounds together. We keep 20% of the first sound and 80% of the second sound. That is the 80-20 rule, Pareto's principle. And the faster a person speaks, the lower the first percentage and the higher the second percentage. In other words, instead of 20-80, it could be 1% first sound and 99% second sound. It's important to remember that the first sound should never be canceled. It should always be there. So it sounds like this as a native English speaker. She cooked the meal. He sells stocks. I'd do it. I can't tell her. Now what, and I'm going to, because you're watching the video or listening to the audio, I'll explain a little bit more. She cooked. I go to the T, okay? And there's a trick that we do with the tongue, and I teach that in PIRF and DDM. I'm not going to talk about that now. There's more secrets. But we can do the stop T and the stop D. We can stop that sound and at the same time start the TH. And it looks like this. It looks and sounds like this. Cook. Okay, and the way the tongue is positioned, I'm stopping the sound, which is the D or the T sound. And you can see my tongue. I told you yesterday the TH is the other day, the visible sound. So you can hear that. She sells stocks. Listen to that Z to the S. She sells stocks. Stocks. Vibration, stocks, aspirin. She sells stocks. A little bit of Z, a lot of S. But the Z is there. I do it. Now here too, it's going to be a stop sound. We can do a glottal stop. We can do a frontal stop. It doesn't matter. However, since this starts with a D, this is going to be a frontal stop. So yes, we have different types of stops. So I do it. I do it. It's not I do it. I do it. It's not I did do it. It's I do it. I do it. And Americans absolutely can hear that. If you do not pronounce this D, we hear it. I do it. I do it. No. I do it. I do it. And this one too. If that T's gone, are you saying can? I can tell her? You can? Or you can't? Now, if we're seeing the person, we can see. I can't tell her. Okay, we can see it. It's easy. But if you're just listening, like to a podcast, or if you're hearing somebody speak, very tricky. So how do we do this one? I can't tell her. I won't use any body language. I can't tell her. I can't tell her. I can't. And once again, we hear that stopping of the T and then that full T. I can't tell her. It's, once again, for the native English speaker, absolutely we can hear that first sound. And the faster we say it, it's going to go to 1%, 99, but still we can hear it. This T, this D, this Z, this T should not be canceled. Do not cancel them. But for almost all students, almost all, non-American English-speaking students, British, whatever. Those 4 sentences are actually very difficult to hear correctly, and they're very difficult to say clearly and naturally, too. For native English speakers, though, it's natural. It's easy. We don't think about it. It's natural. And it's probably natural in your native language, too. Learning this is important. Why? For your English listening. So many times, students do not hear the first word, that meaning this word, cooked cells, especially that ending part, can't. They don't hear that first word exactly, and they misunderstand the sentence. I mean, can and can't are completely opposite, right? And for your English speaking, if you're unable to master the 80-20 rule, you will clearly sound like a non-native English speaker. You'll sound like a beginner. And if you're a professional, like a business professional, maybe you're a doctor, maybe you're an engineer, if you're a professional person, you do not want to sound like a beginner, especially so many of you have studied years of English. No, got to fix that. If you make a mistake with the 80-20 rule, your grammar sounds bad. You could miscommunicate something, dangerous. You could misunderstand something, dangerous. And you will not seem very smart regarding your English because the words are usually really simple. Look at the words. This is basic English. But if you screw it up, if you make a mistake with the 80-20 rule, you're going to sound like your English is not good, dumb. If you read the sentences, it's easy, right? But again, the listening and speaking are not so easy. But now you know the rule, and now you can practice it. Practice makes perfect. No. Perfect practice makes perfect. If you practice something badly and practice, you're going to be really, really bad, okay? You got to be perfect, okay? Now, we, meaning me and my coaches, DDM students, PIRF students, we work on this rule in both DDM and PIRF. But to master it, DDM, our DDM class, is actually better because we can hear native English speakers using the 80-20 rule all the time. And with me and the coaches, you can practice it live. We have live classes all around the clock every day of the week. If you're not working with an English coach, you're not going to improve. It's true. It's true. Oh, you could improve, but it's going to take a long time. If you keep doing the same things, you will keep getting the same results. I really like this. And do you guys know Stephen Covey? The 7 habits of highly successful people. One thing's for sure. If we keep doing what we're doing, we're going to keep getting what we're getting. One definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing and expect different results. That's insanity. Change the way you study English. Study real English. Improve fast. Get serious. If you're serious about mastering these English secrets I'm sharing with you, join our lessons. If you have any questions, let me know. My team and I are here to serve you. Our sale links are below in the newsletter. The sale ends on January 1st, and lessons start on January 1st. So there you go. That's lesson number 4. Of course, I'll send out an email tonight with this lesson, and we'll have the video and audio ready. And tomorrow, we'll do this. And I know right now you think it's easy, but it's not. Yep, it's a great lesson coming up. So thank you very much for your time. And I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye. Together, let's master English.